I am yours to control for now. But Jackie, with each life you take, I grow closer to owning your soul.
Jackie Estacado.
Wake up!
Catch me if you can!
Thank you, young spirit of Jenny. Welcome to the second to last part of The Darkness. We are going to be continuing our quest for revenge against Paulie here in this part, but for now we got a few other small things to do, including side quests. But I will get into that in a little bit. First off, we have a pretty long but humorous conversation to listen to.
You know what would be neat? If people had flying cars.
It would also be neat if I had a clue what you were talking about.
I'm just saying, where's my flying car? I thought we had them by now.
They're called planes.
No, I mean a car you could park in your garage. And when I was a kid, I was going to invent a flying car.
So why didn't you?
Well, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's a full-time job being a sewage worker. I'm sorry. A sanitation technician.
I should have invented a flying car. I would have made millions.
But every time you try to invent something, it turns out like shit. Remember that robot you made? What was it called? The Robomatic 2000?
It was 3,000, actually. And it would have worked fine if I had some operating capital.
It was made out of cardboard.
That's just to save money on the prototype.
And Lenny had to sit inside operating it.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, maybe I don't have the foresight of a brilliant inventor such as yourself, but it seems to me that you were pretty far off anything near a working design.
That's not fair. The Lenny dependency was a design flaw, but nothing that couldn't have been resolved.
Did you ever think about using a material other than cardboard, like Kevlar or something?
Yeah, to protect Lenny. That's brilliant. Maybe I should re-examine that design. Something that's not so prone to catching fire.
Look, I'm not so sure that's the right approach.
I could make it out of cement. You find cement everywhere.
Yeah, but it usually belongs to someone.
All right, how about egg boxes?
Also combustible.
Scrap metal. There are plenty of fridges lying around, and they're always full of old electronic parts.
Didn't this start with you wanting to invent a flying car?
I changed my mind. Imagine what this could do for people. It'd be a cheap source of labor for everyone.
Yeah, I'd walk away too at that point. Well, now then, let's go do some of the side quests here. We've got about 4 or 5 of them to do in total, including finishing off one that we started back in hell. But there's no talking part here, which kind of sucks. We're going to get one in a little bit, but it just kind of sucks that we start at this section here, and there's no talky bits. So I remember how to go through these. There we go. Also, let's hear the Darkness talk in the station. We haven't heard that in a little while.
All this useless flesh.
Jackie Estacado. Is that you? Holy mother of pearl, Jackie. Everyone thought you was dead. We heard you flamed out the same time as that cocksucker Eddie Schroed. That's one hell of a stunt you pulled. Where you been hiding?
I spent a couple of weeks in a dark place. You wouldn't understand.
Mystery man, huh? Well, you sure made some waves, son. The Chicago boys are considering pulling the plug on your dear old Uncle Paulie. He's on his knees, ready to suck whatever dick he can so they won't freeze his assets. He's holed up. Not even Butcher knows where.
Schroed's people mentioned Mother of God. Now, I think it had something to do with the administration in Chicago. You know anything about that?
Strange. He and Paulie got religious? Run the name with Butcher. He's gonna shit in his britches when you show up. You're supposed to be dead. So go see Butcher. He should be over Aunt Sarah's. He's helping her out with some stuff or some shit. I don't know.
Now then, we're gonna do the corner and do the one. What?
What's the matter, dear? Can I help you?
Mrs. Hazelgrove?
I'm not sure we've ever met, have we, dear? Mind you, I am getting a little forgetful. Yes, I'm Rosie Hazelgrove.
Mrs. Hazelgrove? I know this is gonna sound real strange, but there's something I need to tell you.
What is it, dear? Spit it out.
I have a message. It's from your husband, Charlie. He wanted me to tell you that he always thought of you. He still does. I mean, Mrs. Hazelgrove, he told me to tell you, you're always the light in the darkness. He wanted me to give you this.
Where did you get this? Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. You're an angel from heaven. Charlie, my love. I always knew you were waiting for me.
Sorry about some of the cameras in there. I did this one quest return like 5 times and all the camera angles were fucked up. I have no idea. But this game. Love the beatboxing and breakdancing area, but let's do another quest right here.
Jackie, don't you remember me? Little Petey. Hey, listen. I need to ask a favor. Can you deliver a message for me?
Sure. What, you want me to whack someone?
No. This is strictly on the up and up. It's not a job. It's just a message. Yeah, take this envelope and give it to Mickey Famiano. I'll come into Canal Street on the A train.
Jesus, Petey. Why not give me something a little bit challenging? How do I recognize this guy?
Yeah, he's a cocky son of a bitch. Wears a hat. A red hat. Day and night. Yeah, you won't miss him.
Okay, then, let's go find a dude with a hat. But first, we gotta hop on over to the Canal Street station. So yeah, that's pretty much what most of these side quests are, is go to place, talk to person, come back. And that's actually kind of the MO for this chapter in general, is a lot of backtracking. So expect a lot of editing. Sorry about that.
There's something coming. Maybe it's that eclipse they were talking about on the news. Yeah, just feels weird. Whatever it is, it's big. I feel like a penguin trying to stop a runaway polar bear.
There we go. Welcome to Canal Street. Looks a little emptier than the last time we were here in the 3rd chapter. Maybe it's because it was so filled with people with quests for us, and this time it just isn't. And now there's a ghost, because, you know, Jackie's life isn't messed up enough. Now we need to see more ghosts in random places. Yeah. But first off, over here is going to be the dude, the cocky son of a bitch, I guess, with a red hat on, staring at Power Orange. Sounds pretty awesome to drink, actually.
Estacado, right? What do you want, son?
I got a message from little Petey here in this envelope. Here you go.
Ah, message from little Petey, huh? All right, kid, here's a little something for you. Yeah, I heard about your broad. Sick stuff. Real fucked up, kid. Listen, I gotta go.
I would love to talk to you about how fucked up it was that Jenny died, but you know what? I just don't care. Let's talk to our harmonica friend, though.
Hey, friend. You want to hear a tune? Play a tune.
Oh, same one. Let's leave. Now, our third to last side quest is right over here with this guy with an awesome background song.
Hey, Jackie. How are you? I got this chick, a tenant of mine, real pain in the ass. 3 months late with her rent. She's only been in the apartment for half a year.
Why don't you throw her the fuck out?
She says she's a friend of yours. Now, you know, I've been tight with your family for years, kid, but I gotta pay the bills like everyone else.
All right, don't sweat it. I'll have a talk with her.
I appreciate you helping me out, Jackie.
Okay, let's go do this. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I know exactly where this is, and it kind of sucks that we have to do this to her, since we just put her back in here.
Oh, fuck. Oh, you scared me there, Jackie. Oh, whew. Oh, you're here because you talked to Mr. Blackmore, right? Oh, okay, here's the deal, Jackie. I need this fucking place, but now asshole fucking Needle Dick Blackmore raised around, right? Fucking fat ass. Trying to fucking sweat me out. Okay, Jackie, listen. Could you help me with one last thing? You know, just convince asshole Blackmore I could stay. Please, Jackie!
No, I can't ask him. Now I need those keys back.
Yeah, Jackie, okay. Yeah, I pack my stuff up right now. Take the key back to Mr. Blackmore, and, I'll be out in no time.
Bye.
Hey, you got my key. What about the chick?
I asked her to move along, you know? I was real polite about it.
Thanks, kid. She was a pain in the ass.
Well, there we go. Now we are actually getting pretty done here. We've got one that's stupidly easy to have to deal with, and one that's, you know, a little challenging. No more murder, though. Unlike the last one, which was entirely filled with murder. Yeah, I guess Jackie's given up on the murdering for a little while, at least. So yeah, so we're actually pretty much done on that side of the train, I believe. We don't have to go over there again unless we want to. Everything is going to be on this side of Canal Street.
Yo, Jackie! I got something for you. You ever hear of a guy by the name of Frankie Thierry? He sets up most of the trade between Paulie and the Chicago families. They call him Noses.
Yeah, I heard of him. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, well, word on the street is he's about to run a couple of kilos of Paulie's junk through town to his drop point. What say we help get it off the street, huh?
Well, what's the plan, Stan?
Noses comes through Fulton Station all the time. I'm gonna give you a briefcase, right? Noses carries one just like it. Find the right moment to pull a switch, then bring it back to me. I'll flush that shit down the drain. Go to Fulton and pull the switch with Thierry's suitcase. Then come back here.
Well, let's just warp on over to that station, because there's no commentary along the way. And he's just got to sit there, so let's grab the briefcase. Easy. Let's hit A and see if we can get any rise out of him here. See what happens.
The hell are you looking at?
Okay, whatever. Let's warp back.
Hey, you ask me, we should get all this shit off the streets. But this is a good start, and Paulie is gonna go ape shit. Thanks. Hey, see you around, Jackie.
Okay, and to our right, there we go. In the cemetery, we're gonna do one last side quest with a guy we haven't talked to in a little while.
This is Trinity Cemetery. Been here too many times in my life. I hate this fucking place.
So let's go help out an old friend of ours.
Goddamn cops kicked me out. I had to leave all my stuff in there. I need my insulin. or I'm gonna be face down on the sidewalk within a day. You gotta help me, kid.
Don't worry about it.
I'll get your insulin. Okay, let's go help this guy out. We can't, like, break the chains or anything, so we actually have to go in from the side. And this is actually a fairly difficult quest here to do, because you actually have to go very far. You got to stretch the limits of your creeping dark. And it took me, like, 5 or 6 attempts to do that. There's one way you could do it where you go along and you break all the lights. Or if you kind of push through really quickly, you can do it, but there's something to keep in mind here with the creeping dark. You can just see the ticking down. If you hide in the shadows, you don't lose any, but you don't gain any darkness back. So you kind of want to do most of your shit just hiding in the dark, like I'm about to kind of do here. I'm just trying to force the damn thing to get up on this table, because that's where the fucking insulin is. There it is. Then just suck it back in, and we're done with all the side quests in the game. We are done. We would unlock the achievement called Heart of Gold if I had never done so.
Thanks, kid. I needed that. Like to keep my legs. You're all right, kid. Got something for you.
Fucking love phone numbers. So let's warp ahead here.
The Mother of God thing was way too obvious. I figured it had to be something else. Now, I knew that Aunt Sarah and the Butcher were ready to see Schroet and Paulie's asses on a platter. I've already got an opening. Maybe they can help turn it into a gaping hole.
And here we are. Well, looks like it's less corpsey than the last time we were here. But let's have a whole ton of dialogue.
Jackie, oh, you're still alive. Oh, thank the Lord.
Holy catfish. Jackie? Jackie, is that you?
This problem with your Uncle Paulie has gone on long enough, Jackie. It's time to take action. I think the decision has just about made itself anyway, what with the way he's been carrying on. Now, some old friends of the family want to know what they can do to help.
Eddie Schroet's guy said something about the Mother of God. It was supposed to be an inside joke, but it meant something. Now, I think there's some kind of connection to the Chicago families, something Paulie wants to keep to himself.
Mother of God? Like the Virgin Mary? You don't suppose he's talking about the Santa Maria?
That's a Chicago family boat. It's been running shipments of drugs into the harbor for years. Knowing Eddie, he wouldn't resist the chance to talk about it to a dying man. He always did have diarrhea in the mouth, especially if there's something big going on. Chicago family's gonna be real interested in what happens here, Jackie. This is gonna be your best chance to get Paulie out of the picture for good. Just say the word, and I'll help if I can.
I want to know more about this Santa Maria, Butch. Anything there I can use against Paulie?
Listen, Jackie, I would never normally say this. You know me. I never choose sides. But you already put a hole in Paulie's finances when you took out Dutch Oven Harry's operation. You put a few holes in that boat, Santa Maria. The Chicago family's gonna pull the plug, and Paulie'll find himself swimming to the bottom of the river.
I need to know how to mess up Paulie's deal.
They got people inside the Coast Guard. They usually wait for the coast to clear, and they call the Santa Maria in from the harbor to make a shipment. There's a radio they use down at Grinders Lane, tuned to the correct frequency at all times. You get to that radio and call in, and they'll send the boat.
Now you do what Butcher says. The boat's name is Santa Maria. You should go to Grinder's Lane and find that radio.
Let's try to get them both to talk at the same time.
Go to Grinder's Lane. There's an exit at Fulton Street Station. If you get
Take
to that
the
radio
exit
and
from
call in,
Fulton
they'll
Street
send the
Station
boat.
to Grinder's Lane and find that radio.
That's pretty hilarious. Now, let's warp straight to Grinder's Lane, because there's no Jackie talking during a loading screen. Which kind of sucks. But this whole Grinder's Lane section we're about to do here is actually a little tough. Starting now. Somehow a headshot from that far away with the jackhammer. No fucking clue how I did that.
This is the right way. Kill more.
I don't like doing what the darkness says anymore. There we go. Taught that guy that lesson. Let's just dick around in here for a bit. Oh my god, they came to attack me? Who would have guessed? Sometimes those demon arm stabs are pretty just fucking brutal. Now, something I didn't look at before we came in here because, you know, being shot at and shit. Let's go take a look and see at this gate here because well, that's usually how we get into this area. And you may be able to tell now we can't use it this time. Can't use a demon arm, can't shoot this thing again. All that shit is a no-go. Pretty much we have to go through this entire area. And some of you may be asking, what about those of you who didn't come through here and unlock the door? Well, that's why that one guy bursts in through the door. Is so that you can actually use that door. He unlocks it for you, so there you go. Also, looks like I just stabbed the light through the fucking wall, because Jackie's that awesome, apparently. And there's a lot of places to spawn Darklings in this area. You really don't need to. I mean, the next fight coming up here is a little tough, but in all honesty, the Darkling's not going to help you out that much, because it's a room filled with fucking lights, so he's just going to die super quick. Not a lot of bullets for our AK there. Pretty good idea to break the lights in here, because there's a good chance you'll fall back. Now, this fight here is only tough for one reason, and that they throw about 6 guys at you. And if you don't know where they come from, and in what order they come from, they can kind of trip you up. And you haven't had a checkpoint since you started, so having this all over would kind of suck. Actually, there's only 4, but they all have SMGs, so it makes them all very dangerous. And now we have a silenced SMG. Sweet. They sound cool. Listen. Couldn't tell there, but you can kind of hear it there. There's a kill coming up where I'm specifically use the silenced gun in my hands before I completely lose it, because there's maybe 3 or 4 of them in the entire game. But let's warp ahead after I open this door, because I explore the rest of this area and there's no more enemies in here, so you don't need to see that shit. Hey, I remember using this radio before.
This is Captain Andrei Kuchov of the Santa Maria. What's the story? Over.
You can bring in the boat. Everything's clear. Over.
Affirmative. We are coming in.
Hey, we finally got checkpoint. Sweet. Good, we needed it badly. For some reason, my guns were doing a little dance there. Now, this is something that's kind of strange what happens in here. If you throw out a black hole into this car too early, it will not kill them. Strange, huh? You gotta wait for them to start coming out. There you go. That's what the silenced SMG kind of sounds like while I'm being shot in the fucking face. Also, something I need to mention, the amount of hearts that you're seeing that's different. I actually had my save corrupt on me, and I lost all my side quest progress, so that's why the heart number is different. Well, let's go help out Butcher, but once again, we don't have another Jackie talking in a loading screen. So, thanks a lot, game. You've really cut back on these in this 5th chapter, which kind of sucks. So, here we go. Let's go use this very first phone to call Butcher. Oh, wait, for some reason we can't. This is weird. We actually have collectibles, and I have to, a thing to do, call Butcher, and the game won't let me do it. It actually really confused me to the point where I actually had to check my objectives, making sure I actually did have to call Butcher, and I wasn't hallucinating the pager. But going over to here, the second phone, we're actually going to be able to make our phone call to him.
That's the spirit, kid. Hey, listen to me. That boat Santa Maria. Waiting for you down at Pier 19. You put a few holes in that boat, the Chicago people will get Paulie out of the picture for good. You need to put a bullet right between the boat captain's eyes. Go take care of business now, kid.
Now, since once again there's no Jackie talking during loading, let's just jump a train ride and a few other things to buy on Sarah's place, which is what I was talking about. Just hopping back and forth is annoying as hell in this.
Stick 'em up, bitch!
That guy had a terrible plan.
Come, embrace the darkness.
Well, time for us to go to a new place. Hooray! Pier 19. And finally, Jackie will talk to us during a loading screen again. Yay. Been missing those. I don't know about you, but I have.
A job's not worth doing unless you do it right. Paulie's a dead man unless he grows a beard and learns how to speak Swahili. Or he won't get a chance. Not for as long as I draw breath.
Now we got some funny stuff to listen to.
I'm here because Paulie Franchetti tells me where I gotta be. So when he tells me to watch out for his mother of God boat or whatever, that's what I do.
Now, you fucking dipshit. I mean, did you hear about Ernie Polanco?
Oh, right. I get it.
Well?
No, I ain't heard nothing.
Oh, get this. The other day, Paulie sends Polanco to rub out Timmy the Nose, right?
Paulie gave Ernie Polanco a hit? Why?
Because Polanco is Al Capone's great-nephew, that's why.
Yeah, but he's a fucking moron. I lent him my car one time, and he parked it by a fucking police station because he got lost and needed directions. They found a half a kilo of weed in the back seat, and Eddie Schroed had to come bail me out.
Oh, shit. I wonder why Paulie's been so pissed at you lately.
Ernie Numbnuts Polanco, that's why.
Well, you're gonna love this. So Paulie sends Polanco after Timmy the Nose, right? I guess Timmy owes Paulie money or something. You know Timmy the Nose?
Yeah, everyone knows Timmy the Nose. Fucking guy looks like Pinocchio on steroids. You couldn't miss him in a crowd of 1 million people.
You could if your name was Ernie Polanco. The hit was supposed to go down outside Papa Rossi's restaurant. Polanco drives up, leans out the window, yells out to Timmy, and opens fire on the outdoor tables.
Could be a sitting target out there. I guess Timmy bought the farm, huh?
No. Polanco was at a completely different restaurant on the wrong side of the street. He clipped about 12 innocent people, including a bunch of Chinese delegates who were here as guests of the mayor.
You gotta be kidding me. The wrong restaurant?
The wrong restaurant. Lee Funk's Chinese restaurant, no less. Not exactly Italian cuisine. You'd figure all the chopsticks and Chinese people would have given it away. Apparently, all the while this is going down, Timmy the Nose is sitting at a table on the other side of the street outside Papa Rossi's, wondering what all the noise is about.
What a dipshit. At least there's one piece of good news, though. Polanco's gonna fry for this one.
I wish. Paulie gave him a bonus.
What? What for?
I guess he don't like Chinese food. Says it gives him gas.
That sounds like the Paulie we all know and despise. Now where are the boys? The boat's a fucking free-for-all until we get her unloaded.
I'll be a pazienza. They'll come. Just relax.
Okay, well, unfortunately, this fight here I died at because it's actually very difficult if you wait too long. So, here we go, mid-conversation. Stabbing and murdering. That guy there, he likes to go and hide if you wait too long. And there we go. Yeah. The darkness getting creepier with each update. No. Seriously, I love the catch. It's probably my second favorite of the darkness doing stuff. My first is still them fighting over it. Now, something I have not pointed out until, well, now, is the fact that on multiple difficulties, this game actually changes all the encounters. It doesn't just make you easier to kill or harder to kill. It actually does rebalance almost every single fight. Which I gotta say is pretty commendable for a game like this. Our Darkling just died. Like, for instance, a few areas back, there's like half the amount of enemies. A specific section coming up by the end of this specific update is actually going to have no enemies in it at all, where it's filled with them here. So, a little strange how that works out. So welcome to the boat. The boat is one of the harder areas in the game, mainly because very tight, cramped spaces filled with lights and dudes. This is probably the second hardest section in the entire game. The boat as a whole, I mean, not just this one room. This one room's pretty easy. Also, we get stuff like this from time to time. I'm lying, we only get it that one time. Well, there's also a little nice extra area that we can explore, which is down here. You don't have to come down here at all, which is, of course, the definition of it being optional, but hey, whatever. The more you kill people and eat their hearts, the more the darkness talks to us. So, let's make that happen more.
This way!
Probably could have black holed those guys, but you know what? Let's get it in their face and shoot pistols at them.
Relinquish all control.
And I'm not joking, where seriously, that one line of dialogue from the darkness is the only reason to come down here. No collectibles, no nothing. That's that. Now, I think that that's a guy that I'm coming up on, so I'm like, is he here? No. In fact, he's actually pretty far away, and the only thing in this corridor here is a pistol. Thank you, game. A little silly. But hey, a little bit of exploration never hurts.
Eyes over here!
That guy died really easily. Oh, he's not dead. Let's finish him off. Oops, missed. There we go. Okay, let's actually progress through this boat this time instead of dicking around doing things. Big open areas, but hey, at least it's not filled with light here, so not bad. Pretty easy for right now, but once we get back inside and start dealing with all the enemies in there is when it's gonna ratchet back up the difficulty. Then again, as I've said with the darkness, the difficulty really doesn't come from it being too difficult. It's just the fact that you die super quick, and your guns are fairly inaccurate. The darkness powers are borderline useless in combat, so there is always that. And pretty much if you want to breeze through this game, you just gotta usually either have out your pistols or your twin SMGs, and you can easily burn through this game. That, or, you know, once you get the black hole, you just abuse the shit out of the black hole. But hey, the one thing that the Darkness 2 gets incredibly right is the combat.
Papa! Don't kill me! I'm unarmed!
Okay.
I'm not worth it!
Keep that... Remember this guy that we're looking at right now. We're gonna see him again.
I got him in my sights!
That Darkling actually is fairly useful to pull out of there. Bringing out a Gunner or a Berserker. And this section here is a little tough. And it's because of that guy right there. That's the guy that we let live. And his revenge on us apparently is to make our camera completely fuck up. So, what a dick.
I got movement here!
Jack camera getting a bit of love there. We're not going to be using it that much from here on out, mainly because it's more useful than the actual shotgun that we have, but not by much. I mean, honestly, it just gets you killed. Let's go say hi to the captain.
You tell Uncle Paulie that he is dead.
I don't know if I would have a calm conversation.
Let go.
I don't know if I would have a calm conversation with a guy with demon tentacles coming at me with an assault rifle in his hand. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, there's our objective. We actually have a lot of shotgun rounds. Didn't really realize that. Holy shit. But that's pretty much it for the boat. Not very many people to fight left on here. It's just backtracking. And some guys talking over the intercom. Occasionally. But luckily, we can actually take a shortcut, fight one or two more dudes, and there's not much else you gotta do.
Christ!
Another little camera freak out there. Thanks, game. You know what we haven't used in a little while? The fucking darkness guns. Let's bust those out. There we go. The game was not letting me eat that heart. And a little weird bug that I just had happen there. You cannot change your darkness powers if you're hovering over a heart consumable. It's weird. I think I have it happen to me again, but it just really happened here in one other spot. Usually I'm not hovering over a heart deciding, oh, what should I do with this heart? Now, I experienced a few issues trying to get what's going to happen here happen easily, which is this. Oh, there it is. This is on easy, where this whole section, there's not any enemies at all, but when you're on normal and higher, once it's done, we'll warp to that. There's actually quite a bit of enemies. Punish them. And they charge you. So I actually had happen a few times where I'd get into firefights in the middle of that page, so that's why it's a little jumpy there, and I apologize for that, but curse you, game! But Black Hole doing his job really, really well there. There's a guy up there on the top left, which he's kind of an asshole. I'm trying to see if there's a guy around the corner I can grab with the black hole, but didn't seem like it happened. Good strategy here on normal and higher is to kill all the lights in this area. It'll make your life a lot better. There he is. For some reason, Jackie can't hit this guy. Still alive. There we go. We finally killed that asshole. Let's go drop a black hole and kill this guy. Oh, too far. So yeah, as I said, it's really strange that this entire fight back, there's not a single enemy that we have to deal with on easy. It was, when I was playing through this on easy, I was like, wait, what? There's that. Now, if you plant this black hole really well, you can kill a whole bunch of dudes. Missed one of them, and there he is, popped his head up. I actually did a really decent run here and got killed last second by a guy over here on the left-hand side, but it's not there this time, so let's move on. But that's actually going to do it for us today. We're going to find out what's going on with Aunt Sarah and the crew next update, and we're also going to beat the game. See you guys then.